Governor Mike Kehoe visited Springfield today and talked to local business leaders. He delivered the annual State of the State address at the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Kehoe's speech touched on a number of topics. They included government's role in nurturing business growth and the importance of public safety. He also affirmed the importance of education and the success of the overall economy.
It means supporting strong schools, expanding workforce training, and creating more pathways that connect education with careers. We will continue supporting and investing in students, teachers, and communities to make our education system much, much stronger.
The governor also pledged his support for Missouri farmers, and he committed to spending taxpayer dollars wisely.